pain is a terrible consequence, but uncomfortableness when you do the wrong thing is almost the perfect consequence. Year-and-a-half-old intact golden retriever who hasn't met a lot of dogs. The best way for a dog like this to learn how to approach other dogs, how to meet them, is by another dog, and that's going to be Prince. We're going to do a lot of slow motion, a lot of body language stuff in this video. So who's the one moving forward and who's the one moving back? This is within 5 seconds of him arriving at Prince's house. Who is the pusher and who is the somewhat, I don't want to fight one? It's Prince is the I don't want to fight one, and this guy is the I'm going to get in your face guy. And it's going to happen again right here. And this is the problem, and it's not a giant problem. And that jump, look at within 10 seconds of meeting Prince, he's right in his face. He's right at the neck area. That's where dogs will bite to control another dog, is at the neck. And so we're going to do a lot of slow motion. Like I said, the tail is wagging. I get it. But he still does not look good, in my opinion. He also does this move called getting to the spot. So it's a controlling thing where he will run. He did this all session for 2 sessions. He will run and he'll get there first. And then he'll turn around and he'll look Prince right in the eye. Little play bow from him. Big wags. He's not a bad dog. He just needs to learn cues, and he needs to learn other dogs are strong, and he needs to learn what he can and can't do, or he's going to get whooped at some dog park, or he's going to whoop some dog. Now, this is the first time Prince is going to do a move, and it's a pretty cool move, actually. Watch Prince's left leg, watch this guy's left leg, and watch the bull rush Prince does. Prince takes his left leg, pushes his paw down, then does a bull rush, and he's super athletic. You're going to see that later on in a slow-mo. And then Prince does a bull rush. And, you know, a lip lick from him, I don't expect him to just take it and be submissive, but he's still a pretty bold dude. Just look at this. Look at how these two dogs are looking at each other. Now, Prince wins the tie because it is Prince's house and Prince is older. So he wins the tie. So Prince can be a little rougher with him. Now watch this, right? Boom. Watch that little touch right here. This is subtle, but this is something. He hits Prince right there. And it seemed to be timed so that Prince's rear end would hit that piece of wood. This is subtle stuff, guys, but this is a big deal. It's just these movements and these hits that make these subtle, that are so subtle, but they matter for your dog not to get whooped at a dog park or to grow up and be just a great dog. Now, you're going to see me grab him right here. So I'm realizing at this point that the dog has spatial issues. So he's coming up to just hit Prince, essentially. And I grab him, and he runs into a wall, and I move him a foot backwards. He needs to learn that when he goes up to something, person or dog, that they may push back on him. That's why Prince did that bull rush. That's why I did that grab, and it hurt him in no way. I wasn't even squeezing at all. He just ran into a wall, so to speak, which was my hand. This is subtle stuff, but this is important stuff. This body language. Beckman coaching program for professional dog trainers. These people are learning this type of stuff. They're learning these subtleties that just aren't seen, but create a holistic picture of a dog. If you want to become a professional dog trainer, I'll put the link in the description for Beckman coaching program. If you have an aggressive dog, this dog is not aggressive, but if you have an aggressive dog or a reactive dog, then the Beckman aggression program is the best thing for you. Hundreds of videos with both these programs, lives every week. It's the best thing to become a professional dog trainer, or if you have an aggressive dog. All right. So this is actually a month later. He got neutered and now he's back. So when he came out of the house, it looks like the same day. It's not the same day. He's a little better. Prince likes him a little more. His body language is different. Now that could be because he met Prince. That could be because he's neutered at this point. It could be because Prince is just a little less standoffish because he's neutered. Prince's hair is up. It's a lot of things, but he's being more respectful. Now, I let Prince do what I think Prince needs to do. Prince probably remembers, a month before and remembers how this dude was. There's territorial issues here. Would you let a person come into your house that's significantly younger than you, some teenager? Look at the way he rolled up right there. He's a fast dog like that. Would you let a teenager come to your house and start bossing you around? That's exactly what happened when I let Prince out of the house. He's just said, hey, you stand there, Prince. I'm going to smell you. I'm going to stand here. That's not how life works. And that's because your house is your territory. It's no different with dogs. They have areas, they have territories, they have homes that have defined boundaries. Areas in the wild have defined boundaries, and other animals cannot come in there. They need to learn that there's consequences. And Prince did not, and I did not love that he came in and he said, "Yeah, I'm gonna treat you, Prince, like I want to treat you." And so now I'm letting, oh, this is a move right here. Look at this. I don't know how he Jedi'd his way over during this play. He basically just like slid on the ground and got out of that somehow. He's super athletic. And sometimes with these athletic dogs, they can get away with being the way they are, being too bold, being too pushy, because they are so much more athletic than other dogs. They're just physically faster. He's not stronger, but he's so fast and his reaction time is so fast that he can go to the dog park and probably bump and chest bump a dog and then get away if the dog gets mad, and then they just get reinforced for it. Prince is doing the rope dope, so both my Dobermans do this thing. He likes this dog. I mean, that's almost a hump. It's kind of a pre-hump right there, maybe. But both my dogs do this thing, and it's always hard to tell if it's because they just love the other dog or they're testing the other dog to go, hey, dog, if I go down on the ground, are you going to try to be quote unquote dominant? And then I know your true colors, then I can be dominant to you. And I think it's probably a little bit of both. I mean, he likes this dog. There's no doubt that they like each other at this point. But they do kind of the rope-a-dope, which is kind of high-level stuff, but it's good stuff. And if you're in the Beckman coaching program, you will learn how to train a helper dog to hopefully do the rope-a-dope and have this high-level stuff. All right. So now they're playing good. I'm letting Prince be a little bossy because this dog needs to learn from a friend, from a dog who's not going to attack him. And he goes back at Prince and I do a little yell, and that's okay. He can do that. Prince is getting too much. Yeah, he can go back. I just said, hey, both of you guys calm down. He can say, get out of here when any dog is being too much. We will never tell a dog not to do that. But what they can't do is your dog or another dog cannot do it to your dog, where they show up and they say, I'm going to treat you and I'm going to stand here and look at you and I'm going to intimidate you to another dog. You can't have rose-colored glasses on with your dog or your children. You got to know what your dog is actually capable of, what they're actually doing, because your dog might get in a fight and it might look like the other dog, but it's actually your dog's fault. Your dog antagonized the other dog with all these subtle little things. Then that dog got mad at you, and you should know that. You don't want to be that kind of parent, play ball from Prince. You don't want to be the type of parent that your kid's always perfect. Those are the worst people. They might be the worst people in the world. My dog's perfect, my kid's perfect people. There's no perfect dogs. There's no perfect kids. They don't exist. So you got to know what's going on with your dog so that you can correct it. This dog's deal was primarily spatial. He needed pushback. That's why I grabbed him at that point. That's why Prince did those bull rushes. That's why I let Prince be a little much with him. He needed to be pushed or to be grabbed and not be able to move. And then he started to understand that he's not the only one that goes forward. He sometimes goes backwards. And it doesn't take that many times, honestly, to learn that. And he needed to learn his athleticism isn't going to get him out of a bull rush or a correction. And that happened during the session. Now these two dudes are buddies. I'm still letting Prince get a little much with him. One, he just needs to get the energy out too. So if this video helped you, like, subscribe, all that good stuff.